It's crazy right now.
I know it is.
That's crazy. Good game. Just chilling. We're about.
In this last part of round number 9.
And boy, what an exchange here, but he is in tough.
Yep.
Right.
He's in.
Both evenly.
So what are they
Real
sitting there?
quick, I gotta talk to the chat. Yo, cheese it with a bunch of numbers. You coward! You could not ever do what we're doing in your life.
Very tough, but he's a great counterpuncher. I love his counter. Very tough. He's in very tough, but he's a great counterpuncher.
Can he really hold his own against a seasoned veteran like Tyson? Jake's training camp has been no walk in the park either.
Everyone has a plan.
In the early rounds because Mike has that crazy.
And you're still going in there.
Touch is definitely a knockdown, but I don't know if it touched or not. It's hard to see it. Let's look again.
It's war. And you can get seriously hurt or injured in there, and so if you're not in there to go to war, then you should just get out.
I know you're now looking past Mike, but everybody.
Both fighters know that once the bell rings, it's just them and the canvas. No excuses, no distractions, only the fight. For Tyson, the ring is a place where anything can happen. He's been there before, facing the toughest opponents the sport has ever seen. People don't understand, Tyson says. The ring is not a place for the faint of heart. It's dark, dangerous, and unforgiving. Jake, however, seems unfazed by Tyson's intimidating aura. No distraction. He's seen the footage of Tyson training, the intense pad work, the ferocious sparring sessions, but he's not letting it get to him. Best opponents the sport has ever seen, but I'm not afraid. People don't understand, confidently declares and says, I've prepared for this moment my whole life. I've seen his best shots, and I'm ready to take him down. The trainers, the secret weapons, behind the scenes. Behind every great fighter is a great coach. For Tyson, it's Rafael, a trainer known for his brutal training methods. Rafael has been pushing Tyson beyond his limits, preparing him for one last glorious fight. His focus on building Tyson's leg strength and explosive power has been a game changer. Mike's stronger now than he was 20 years ago, Rafael says. He's ready to shock the world.
Bites both of Jake Paul's ears off. And quite frankly, me too, because I don't want to hear any of you dumb anymore. Me and my buddies aren't even betting on which round he gets knocked out in. We're betting on how many seconds into the first round he gets knocked out. Laughing emoji. That is real up, dude. You don't think I can last at least one round? Iron Mike lands a solid left or right hook, Paul is going to start a cooking channel. Couldn't be more accurate. The name of the channel is Jake's Cakes. I already have the usernames in case Mike does land a punch. I will be the next Gordon Ramsay. Jake's trainer is training Jake. Mike's trainer is just...
Jake, on the other hand, has his own secret weapon. His trainer, who's been meticulously crafting a game plan to beat Tyson. The focus isn't on going toe-to-toe with the heavyweight legend, but rather outsmarting him. Jake's team knows that Tyson's experience and power are unmatched, so they've worked on improving Jake's defense, movement, and endurance. Mike Tyson, the legend who refuses to quit. Even at 58, Tyson's work ethic is unmatched. His training regimen is as intense as ever, with mornings dedicated to road work, followed by hours in the gym hitting the pads and sparring. But it's not just about physical preparation. Tyson's mental game is just as strong. Age is just a number, he insists. I'm here to prove that the fire inside me is still burning. When asked about Jake's skills, Tyson doesn't hold back. I've watched Jake go from a YouTuber to a fighter, and I respect his journey, Tyson says. But respect doesn't win fights. When that bell rings, it's a war, and I'm bringing everything I've got. Jake Paul, betting it all on one fight. For Jake, this fight is the ultimate test. He's betting his reputation, his pride, and his future on this one night.
From your fight with Mike Tyson, how are you feeling?
It's just crazy. It's surreal to be here in Dallas to see this atmosphere and to know that me and Mike are going to sell this place out and there's going to be a ring at...
To Amanda. Yeah. As I don't need it. Are you giving your $1 million to Katie? Okay, just curious. Make sure. Because, I would love to give it to him.
If I can beat Mike Tyson, then I belong in the ring with the best, Jake says. I'm not just a YouTuber anymore. I'm a fighter. But the reality is, Jake's facing an uphill battle. Tyson's years of experience, his relentless work ethic, and his unbreakable mindset make him a formidable opponent. I've seen fighters like Jake come and go, Tyson says, but this isn't a game. This is real, and I'm going to show him what real boxing is. The final countdown. What's at stake? In just 2 days, the world will be watching as Mike Tyson and Jake Paul step into the ring. For Tyson, it's about legacy, proving that he's still the baddest man on the planet. For Jake, it's about earning respect and proving he's more than just a social media sensation. The experts are split. Some say Tyson's experience and power will be too much for Jake to handle. Others believe Jake's youth, speed, and relentless drive might just give him the edge he needs. But in boxing, nothing is certain. It's not just about skill. It's about heart, grit, and the willingness to leave everything in the ring. As the world counts down to this epic showdown, one thing is certain. This fight is going to be one for the history books. Tyson and Paul are both hungry, both determined, and both ready to prove themselves. Who will walk away victorious?
Checkbook and check will put all this in perspective. Next thing you know, you don't have a checkbook no more, else it's very small.
Fighters today is that it's all physical and it's not enough here.
It's all financial mostly, from what I see. 'Cause, it's all about, everyone wants to be a big shot, but they gotta pay the price. You have to know how to handle defeat. You have to know how to handle being humble. Not giving up. It's so easy to give up nowadays, They got YouTube, all this stuff.
Only time will tell. Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson, Fight Week is here. When it comes to covering these matchups, the face-offs, head-to-heads, and interviews are the best way to get inside the fighters' minds. It's a chance to gauge where they are mentally, how prepared they are, if they're showing too much confidence or maybe not enough. And let's be clear, this isn't your average boxing match. This showdown is between a retired legend and Jake Paul, someone who's built a career by trying to make people believe he's a legitimate contender, aiming for a world title. But who has he...
Starting from zero in JavaScript can be harsh. Zero experience, zero clue, zero frameworks to rely on, $0 to pay for WebStorm subscription. Wait, what? Yep, WebStorm is now free for non-commercial use. so you could start from zero and make it all the way up to hero. You're welcome.
Are cute, but we'll see what happens in the ring on November 15th. We'll see if he still got it.
As soon as I catch this guy, 'cause he's going to be running around, but as soon as I catch this guy, it's going to be totally over.
Jake, is your plan to run?
Oh, he's going to...
For this fight. Yeah, they actually,
He signed to fight Tommy Fury. Tommy Fury,
a five-time world champion, and Tyron Woodley's a real fighter.
mate. He's not a real boxer. He's not Jake.
Well, I mean,
Jake, mate. He's not a real boxer. He's not.
The emergence of influencer boxing, YouTube boxing, social media-driven bouts has its upsides too. It's getting more kids into boxing gyms and could inspire future top-tier athletes. That's a positive impact for the sport. But from an objective point of view, it's essential to separate the hype from the reality. That's what Boxing Eyewitness is all about. Analyzing boxing with a level head, understanding the complexities and nuances behind it. And now, Jake Paul's face-to-face video with Tyson has just dropped. Let's dive in. Already and counting. If you're new here, hit that like button, subscribe, and drop your thoughts on this matchup in the comments. And for the record, I'm not particularly a fan of this fight. I'm all for matchups filled with mystery and intrigue, but I have my reservations when the unknown factor is just how much an aging fighter's skills have declined. There's no debate. Mike Tyson, in his prime, would be leagues above Jake Paul, no matter what Jake claims about becoming a world champion by winning this fight. But seeing a fight that's essentially based on physical decline just doesn't sit right. Tyson hasn't been active. He's been retired for years. We haven't seen his prime since the 90s. With Tyson's long-ago retirement, this fight raises questions that just aren't exciting to me.
To give Jake Paul some huge problem.
Paul lose, then it's all over. All this party's over, and then we're not going to have this much fun again.
Oh, 12 is all we need.
I'm over the 225, 228.
What do you mean?
Big
What do you
chest.
mean?
1, there we go. 2, 3, 4, good work. 8, 4 more. 9, 10, 2 more, Mike. 11, and 12.
Mike Tyson, a powerhouse legend, stands as one of the most intimidating fighters to ever step into the ring. He's a veteran of countless brutal battles, with power and ferocity that remain unmatched. Yet here comes Jake Paul, stepping into a showdown that many call reckless. His drive to fight Tyson sparked after an intense ayahuasca journey, a vision that led him to this moment. Since then, he's been working with his team and negotiating with Netflix to make this epic fight a reality. Jake Paul's unyielding training. Jake has committed himself to relentless training, sharpening both his aerobic and anaerobic endurance. Every day, he's pushing his limits, combining fundamental exercises and intense sparring sessions with some of the biggest names in boxing. For him, these 2-minute rounds are essential for building the stamina needed to face Tyson. His preparation goes beyond physical training. Jake's mindset has evolved, knowing he's gearing up for a test like no other, forging himself through battle. To prepare for this fight, Jake has been sparring with heavyweight champions, building his resilience round by round. His training team challenges him with increasingly intense rounds to simulate the physical and mental strain Tyson will bring. The goal is to ensure Jake can withstand a barrage of hits and still come out strong. Jake is showing that he's not just a social media personality, but a real fighter, willing to endure whatever it takes to prove himself. Rising to the challenge.
You know why you and I ain't even sure. I love fuck with the British and that's what the sign I got to do. This is being born in the pot that I'm getting up. I don't care.
Don't charge at me, Tyson.
For Jake, facing Tyson is more than a fight. It's the pinnacle of his journey in boxing. From his roots as a YouTube personality to his rise as a serious fighter, Jake has put everything on the line to get to this point. Fighting Tyson means solidifying his place in the sport, winning over doubters, and achieving a personal dream. This is Jake's shot to validate his years of effort and dedication, to carve out his legacy, and to show the world that he's here to stay. Beyond personal glory. Jake isn't just in this for himself. Through his unique platform, he's brought boxing into the spotlight for a new generation. Beyond drawing viewers, he's advocated for fighters, offering fresh talent new opportunities and showing what it means to build something meaningful in a tough industry. Jake's pushing boundaries, sparking change in a sport that's often resistant to it. Despite the hate he's faced, Jake's staying the course, giving back, and proving his commitment to boxing's future. The new face of boxing.
Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul. One fight, one victory.
This fight with Tyson is more than just a match. It's a spectacle that will draw fans worldwide. Jake's not just seeking victory, he's aiming to reshape what boxing means in this era.